Hey, how's it going? I am a little goblin who likes to do makeup, and today I wanted to share the simple makeup that I do for when I go to work. It's just an easy part-time job while I'm going to school for gemology, so I just do a little simple wing with some foundation and some brows just to get me through the whole day here. So let's get into it. For foundation, I've got my Clinique 2-in-1 Beyond Perfecting. It's got a concealer foundation mix in it. I like it. It's very light on my skin while still giving me the coverage that I like to cover up these dark circles that be looming. So I'll take this little guy and do just a little bit under each eye here. A little bit in the corners. And I like to blend out with my neck here, so I do just a little bit under here, little spot there, and I do just a tiny bit here. I can always add to it. I try to start out with a little bit, especially on work days. I'm usually just like throwing a little bit on there. I get up pretty early, but it's mainly because like I need a little bit of like center time before I go deal with people, or else they're just gonna get this like monotone version of me. I don't like doing that out in public very much. Oh, excuse me. It is pretty early now as well. So I've got my sponge out of my water bath, and I have been primed and ready to go. My little e.l.f. primer. I always do that before I start if you've been here before. If not, hello. So we're going to take our little sponge and we're just going to blot around here, blend down, right over my voice box as I'm trying to talk. Go up around. While keeping it in the same spot and pushing out just a little bit. You can see it kind of blend out with the rest of my skin, which is what I would like. In a perfect world, it happens every time. All right. Go over it. Same thing. I always try to keep my makeup simple for work just because I'm like, oh my God, it doesn't need, nobody's looking at your makeup or anything, but I'm like, I I must look cool just in case I don't feel very cool at work. I have to at least look cool. I don't know. Weird little things to tell myself. All right, now that we've gotten a nice little base layer here, everything is all blotted out and evenly spread. I have my little Tarte Maracuja Hydrator, Tinted Hydrator. I'm sorry if I pronounce that wrong every time too. I'm doing my best. It is Tan Sands, and I just do a little bit. Oop, I'm running out here. Oh no. It's a little line there. Even though I'm just going to work, I still don't like just having the one tone face. I used to do that all the time when I was younger. Oh, we'll start on this side. So we'll just come in and just start blotting around. I try to push down a little bit towards my ear as well, while going back into my hairline just a little bit. My headband out of the way here. My head needs shaved desperately, and I need a new color. I'm kind of tired of the blonde. I usually have some sort of bright red hair, but I've just been so lazy lately that blonde was just easier. But I'm bored with it, so maybe within the next video or two, you will see me with a new do. A hairdo. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm like this. Alright, and then I take the other side of my sponge, and then I just use the lighter bit to just blend out a little bit where my eyes are. Fix those creases in there. There we go. Now we can let it sit for a little bit, do its thing, maybe throw some setting spray on top of there, and we'll be back to give it a powder. All right, everything's been set. I did give myself a little bit of spritz, and I have a little bit of e.l.f. setting powder and a little tiny sampler of the all-nighter. It really doesn't matter whatever setting powder works for you. I'm honestly not that picky. I just like to do it because It smells nice. So I've got my e.l.f. HD setting powder here, so we can just move on and ignore my little morning tries at humor, I guess. I don't know. Go in with a dry sponge, and I just pat a little bit and then give it a little squishy here. Go under and lightly pat around. You don't want to like smack it in there and pick up too much of it, just in case it's still a little bit like too wet on your face. I try to start wherever I started working first and then finish up. That way, this will be drier as I work my way around. My face just gets whiter and whiter until it disappears into the background. I'm a ghost, 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 ghost. All right. And we're going to go in and I'm going to do the whole rest of the way around here. Wait a little bit, dust it off, and then we'll be back in to do the good stuff. We're back. We've been dusted and we're ready to go here. I know that they make pomades and stuff like that that are black, and now that they're in different colors and everything. But back when I started doing my eyebrows like this, they didn't really have all these crazy colors. So I would just use lipstick and everything, and I've just gotten into the habit of it that now all I use on my eyebrows is lipstick, and it works well. Never smudges. I gotta use a different finger. It never smudges or anything, and I worked in a kitchen for a really, really long time, and this stuff is sweat proof. Those babies would stay on there for 9-10 hours in the heat. So we are using our trusty KVD in black Briar, and I've got my pointy little brush here. And I'd like to say that I do my eyebrows the same every time, but in all honesty, the intensity of the arch definitely depends on my mood. Sometimes I want it to look disappointed from the moment I walk out the door. um, it all it all started from my grandmother's brows. She naturally has this like deep arch where she just looks at you and it's like, why are you like this? Who brought you into existence? And I've always wanted to replicate it, even though mine don't grow that way. So we're going to take it, get a little bit on the tip of our brush there. And we're going to come in. Just like that. Give ourselves a nice baseline for the bottom there. Going to give ourselves some little hair pulls here up in the front. Blend out back here. Connect with our little point back there. That'll probably be where I put my arch. There we go. And I always end up doing like 2 little coats over it just so it covers up the little hairs that I do have there and blends them into my eyebrow a little bit easier. There we go. I've never been able to fully commit to getting rid of my eyebrows completely. I need the little baby hairs there. It makes me feel like I have something so that nobody can pick on me completely. All right. And despite telling myself that they're allowed to be sisters and not twins, I try to make them the exact same on both sides every single time. There we go, we're getting there. We'll go in here, finish this guy up, and then we'll move on to our little wing. All right, we've gotten both of our brows properly arched and ready to be disappointed with the general public. We can go in now and do our eyeliner. So I've got my Anastasia Beverly Hills liner. I like this one because I get the really long applicator thing, even though I still get really close in there to my face to do it. But we're going to try and keep it simple here and do, I always try to make it a little bit, and then the one will be just a little bit bigger, and I end up with like this giant wing all on my eye because I'm just like, look, it's 5:30 in the morning. Let me exist here, please. Too lazy to go back and take it off. Just be like, no, I'm not coming in at this point. Leave me alone. All right. And just like I always do, I don't know, I'm left-handed. I should probably figure out a better way to do this. I'm going to start at the crease in the corner and come up. And then start underneath where your two lids meet back here. There we go. A little bit more on there, and then come from at any point in the wing. Connect the two. Fix those straight lines. There we go. I try to follow the curvature of my eye as I'm going around. And that's another thing I like about this applicator is if I put it down and then I go like this, it does this sweep that goes all the way over my eye. I don't know if you can see it on there. And I take a little bit and go down underneath here, and then just a wee bit in the corner here. There we go. And I'm going to connect these two lines. Just like that. I'm going to go in, do my other eye, and we'll be right back to fill it in with a little bit of stick eyeliner and our mascara here. All right, we've got our little wings both finished out, ready to try and fly away from all of our work problems. We're going to go in with our little bit of Sephora waterproof eyeliner here and just fill in the bottom a little bit. And if I'm feeling like doing a little bit of a smoky eye, I'll just rub underneath the bottom there and kind of give it a smudge. Fill in our waterline here. Look away if it bugs you. Blink a lot. See the difference it makes though when you do get it in your eye a little bit? Makes it look like a well-rounded eye. If that makes any sense. Like a finished look. It's not missing anything. And I do the floors when I get to work. So my makeup doesn't really have to be anything super special. I'm going to be rolling around with the dirt anyway. So I'm only impressing the dust bunnies at first. We'll go in and do our mascara. I've got the Grande mascara, a little sample size I got. It's okay. It's not my favorite. The applicator is a little bit big, but it does what it needs to do. Go in from under and separate, push up. Blink a lot if you have to. Putting on mascara is different for everybody, and a lot of people don't even like to wear makeup to work, and that's okay too. I like putting on my little face, and it's like a little barrier. Everything that happens to me in the day just like sticks to my makeup and everything, and when I come home I wash it all off, and I get to start all over again now that I'm home. We'll come in and do a little bit just on the bottom here. Trying to fill out a little bit more of this top part here. There we go. And go in here. finish our other eye really fast. I don't know if this process is making anyone uncomfortable or not. So I'll go ahead and finish this other eye and we'll be right back. All right, our mascara is all done here. No falsies or anything like that. I don't like dealing with them at work. And if I lose one, I'm just going to make everybody stop in the store while I run around trying to find it. And it'll probably be like stuck to me somewhere or something like that. We just have one more portion of our makeup look for work, and it's the most important part. Is our Carmex. I've gotten the little wintergreen guy here, and it's very cold out around here and lots of dry air, so he's a must to complete the look all the time, year round Carmex. I love this stuff. All right, I am going to go and change into my typical work attire here, and then we'll be right back to finish this out. This is it, the final look, my simple little work makeup here. I got on just a little choker that doesn't really have a chance to catch on anything or tear off. Got my hair just thrown up in a bun with my big old sweater and my very stylish black leggings and Crocs here. You know, I am the pinnacle of fashion. Like I said, I'm usually rolling around doing the floors and cleaning up and moving furniture, so I just pick stuff I can wipe off or that I don't mind gets a little bit dirty. So, you know, I'm just am a dust mite walking around now. If you enjoyed this look, be sure to subscribe to see more, like, comment, and do all the things. But the most important things, stay well, stay hydrated. Bye.